Hi, I've just been cleaning up the flat today, so I thought I'd send you a video just to remind you what's here and what isn't here. But I had to start with the sunset. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you should be able to see that from the kitchen. First things first, we've had such wet weather that it's really slippery here, but then once you get on the gravel it's not, so just be careful. I'm going to order some more gravel, but I don't know realistically that's going to happen until next week. I'm just going to take you in. Hopefully you remember how things were. Had loads of things I wanted to tell you, now I can't remember. So the flat's clean. We've been cleaning up today. I don't know if my camera can cope with it with the light, but anyway, the sky's beautiful. Kitchen, do you remember electric cooker, all that jazz? Oh, kitchen utensils, some placemats, a few pots and pans, fire stuff, you know, hopefully we won't ever need that. The on-off switch for the electric oven is at the back there. There's a sort of roasting tin. It's all a bit old, I'm afraid, but you know, it's functional. So there's a small frying pan, a large frying pan, and about four, well, a casserole type dish and 3 metal saucepans. Crockery, there's 4 of everything, basically. No light, you probably can't see in there, but there's 4 wine glasses, 4 tumblers, 4 mugs. There's a bit of sugar and tea left over, so I've left that in case you're desperate. And you know, it's not the nicest, you know, it's cheapish cutlery, you know, it's not stained, it's not silver service, but anyway, functional. And a few knives and things, there's carving forks, stuff like that. Similarly, you know, some cooking stuff. Instructions for the radiators. It is worth reading those. I will try and explain to you how they work. If you're going to put pictures up, do you mind using these hooks? Because they're pretty easy to take out later if we want to, and they don't do much damage. Microwave, not plugged in. Kettle, toaster, fridge freezer's on. You remember this old freezer is not on. We haven't used that, but it does work if you wanted it. No light, never mind. In this cupboard, you know, there's a Hoover, iron, and a sort of cheap small ironing board, and the hot water tank. You can see the red light. I've put the hot water on. You will want to change the timers, I'm sure, so you're welcome to do that, but at least there should be some hot water for you. TV is on, internet is on, radiators are on, so hopefully the place will warm up when you're here. Not much else to say in here. Can I just show you the radiators? It's probably easiest if I show you. If you put your finger on the plus button, put the temperature up and just hold it there for, I don't know, 10 seconds or something. And then you can take your finger off and it shows you the level for the overnight heat. That's just on the second of the 2 bars. Honestly, that's enough at night. You'll boil otherwise. And if you do nothing now, I think it's something like 20 seconds, it goes back to the daytime heat level. There we go. And it always defaults, when you've messed around with it, it defaults to the midpoint, which is too hot. So in the sitting room, I would tend to leave it on 3, but because no one's here at the moment, I'm going to leave it on 2, just to warm the place up. And then during the day, if you're hot or cold, put it up or down. There is a button here to lock it, but I don't think your baby's going to be messing around with that quite yet. You asked about the box room. This is the box room. I've put this oil-filled radiator in. It has a Hugimoflip thermostat type thing, and I've had that on this afternoon, so it's working. I've switched it off now, but it's working. I wasn't sure if you wanted to use this room for your baby or as kind of an office space, but let me know. The blind on the skylight is not a blackout blind. So if you're putting your baby in here, it might get a bit light. Now I have actually, so I'll come back to that. The other thing with this room I've realised is that the door catches at the bottom there, so it's almost impossible to close it fully. If that's a problem for you, just let me know. I can easily sort out the bottom of the door, but it means taking the door off the hinges and stuff, so I'm not going to do it now. So yeah, blinds in the bedrooms, big bedrooms. Sorry, I'm getting nauseated with all the movement on this video. The blinds are kind of fitted and they're blackout blinds. I think they're quite good. Fraser said when he was doing nights they were brilliant. I can easily get another one of those and fit it in the baby room if you would like. But can you let me know? Because I'll need to order one in and fit it. It's not terribly difficult to do, but it might take me a week or two. Oh, is that bulb gone? Yeah, I'll change that in a minute. Bedroom. 3-foot beds pushed together. There are some mattress covers for these two in the main bedroom that I'm washing at the moment, and that helped me check out the washing machine and the dryer, which do still work. Again, I've left the heat on 2. The nights I'm setting in here, I think I've just put on 2 or 1, because it just gets, I don't know what you're like, but it gets too hot at night, but you can change that. The other room, I don't know again what you want to do in here, but I've put one bed there and the other there, but of course headroom is a bit limited, it depends what you're going to use this for. It's a blind rather than a curtain. It is a blackout type blind, and we must have had that blind up when we had Sophie and Charlotte living in here, and Charlotte was a newborn, so it must have been fairly dark. This window's new, but again, it's got a blackout fitted blind, so all good for the baby. The radiator's on. Can't think of anything else to say in here. Bathroom, deep cleaned today, and all looks okay, I think. This electric radiator is not on a timer or anything like that. You just have to switch it on at the bottom there. It's a towel rail thing, really. But again, I don't remember ever being particularly cold in here, because once the flat warms up, the whole place is warm. Showed you the shower before. I've realised today, cleaning the floor, that when they fitted the lino, they cut it wrong. And there's a cut in the lino here, which is really annoying. And I never noticed that before. But I'm going to pop over sometime. Obviously, if you're here, I'll let you know. And just put some sort of see-through sealant along there, because I think that's going to be a bit of a pain. I'm also really keen just to put a slap of paint on that surface there, because Fraser's had all his shampoos and stuff there, which is absolutely fine, but they've left some marks. But I'm not sure when I'll do that. I think that's everything. Yeah, fire alarms. There are fire alarms fitted here, so they're on the mains, and they've got a battery as backup, and every now and then the batteries run out and it bleeps annoyingly every minute or 2 minutes or something. You can take these off. You have to shove a screwdriver straight in, perpendicular to this edge, straight in to depress the clip, and then they slide off. I always have to think really carefully how they slide off, but I think the whole thing slides off that way. And then there's a battery inside. I mean, if you can't sort it out, it's driving you nuts. We've got them in our house, and I once undid it and just threw it outside because it was driving me crackers, and sorted it out in the morning. That's in the kitchen. There are not fire alarms in the rooms, but there's a non-mains fire alarm here, because I thought we ought to have one of those. So that just runs off a battery. But I discovered today, I never knew this was here, that there's a mains wired one here. So actually, you're pretty well covered. And finally, there is one, again on the mains, just above the front door. So that's all good. Garage is a mess still. Dryer's going round with the mattress covers in it, and washing machine, I used that today, so it's working fine. We don't use this fridge freezer except at Christmas, so if ever you had need, just let us know and you could use that. Keys, there are 2 front door keys, which I can give you on Monday, or I'll leave for you. We also tend to leave this key in this door, because although this door does close absolutely fine, Fraser found, I think it was in the summer, that it just wouldn't necessarily stay shut, so he used to pull it and then lock it just so it didn't open, and that's absolutely fine. That other key, not the one on the lock, the other key is the key for that door of the garage. So I didn't give that to Fraser, but I think it makes sense actually, because if ever there was some problem, it just gives you another exit. This is the bunch of keys for you, 2 front door keys, and this little key is the one for the post box on the outside. The post comes to our post box, so sometimes we'll just drop it off with you. The post is so random here, sort of comes roughly in the middle of the day. Bin days. Oh, how can I turn this round? I can't. Bin days are... Oh, what day is bin day? Thursday morning. They say we should put the bins out Wednesday night, but no one does. We just drop the bins off on our way to work, so we usually drop it by about 8. They come after that. It's still a weekly collection. There's a 2-weekly recycling collection, and if you want to use that, I have got some, you have to use the correct bags for them. Anyway, if you want to do that, let me know. I've got some bags. Or sometimes we just, if we're recycling, we just take it to Tesco's and fill up their recycling. The bins though, and the recycling is you have to drop it right at the end of the lane on the main road. So, a little way down the lane. So it's something to shove in the back of the car on your way out, rather than walk down there, though you can. Fraser was not very good at doing his bins, so we got into the habit of picking his bin up and taking it down, but then he hardly had any rubbish, so that was very easy to do. Can't think of anything else. There's a few cleaning bits here, kind of left over by the arm there. Feel free to use them. Don't feel you have to replace them. Similarly, this sort of stuff, keep it, chuck it, whatever you want to do. It's all reusables. And in the bathroom, there's a bit of toilet cleaner left over and a bit of bathroom cleaner, bath sponge and thingy to wipe down the walls. If you're into doing that, it's one of the things I like to do, because you get less build up of all the calcium deposits. But anyway, whatever you do, that's fine. Okay, see you next week. Bye.